Well, Howard Yu from IMD Business School joins me now live from New York to tell us a little bit more. Howard, great to see you. Now, first off, explain this digital currency to us and why China is trying this.
It's very different than Bitcoins or cryptocurrency because this is essentially a digital currency of renminbi. It's one-on-one. So unlike Bitcoin, there is always this exchange rate risk. This digital renminbi doesn't have any of those, and it's a fiat money and backed by a central bank. So starting from day one, it's a very different setup. Technologically, one major difference is that you don't need access to the internet to carry out transactions. Just using near-field technology, two mobile phones comes together, it already suffices in terms of money transaction. Yeah. So rural area villages would find new use for such technology going forward.
Yeah, fascinating, Howard. Now, other countries obviously are watching this very closely, what's happening in China. What benefits do digital currencies actually bring to a country, especially taken against the context of the pandemic-induced recession that many of us are facing?
Absolutely. I mean, at IMD, we always remind executives, the pandemic is an accelerant. Right now, it's accelerating mobile payment, mobile services, e-commerce, all the way to emerging and fast-growing economy as well. Because in those developing economies, oftentimes you have this underserved market. Population that don't get access to conventional banking services, and digital currency really represent an opportunity to leapfrog development, to bring this population back to the mainstream development as well.
Yeah, and it's also an attempt for China to try to internationalize the renminbi, its currency, isn't it? I mean, they're trying to rely less on the US dollar.
Absolutely. If this digital currency proved to be lower cost and more convenient than the international SWIFT system, for instance, then you would beginning to see merchants around the world maybe using and adopting this digital currency for international settlement. And ultimately, if there is a critical mass, then it could even threaten the long standing of US dollar.
Yeah, very interesting. Something we will be watching very closely indeed. Thank you so much for that. Howard Yu there from IMD Business School in New York.